Cameron, welcome to the show. How are you?
I'm great, Donna. Thank you for having me.
So you have these like Midwestern-y kind of roots. Tell us a little bit about where you grew up and who you are today.
Okay, well, I spent a lot of time in New York and Los Angeles as of late in my adult life. Once I kind of got into the entertainment industry, but I grew up in Toronto, Canada, and Montreal, back and forth, and so I guess it's very similar to Midwestern roots. It's a very similar philosophy and energy there, and that's I moved from Toronto. I graduated from college in I won't even say the year, but I think it was 1992. And then I moved back to Toronto, and I made the move from Toronto to New York when I booked all my children. I was living there as a new actor. I was very green, and I went to New York to see some friends for a weekend. I said, "Oh, I'll just go see an acting agent just so I can write off the trip, make it a business trip." They sent me to see the casting director at All My Children, Judy Wilson, changed my life, put me on tape, booked the role, moved to New York. Crazy.
That is like, isn't that the American dream, but now the Canadian dream? I mean, Canadians are known for kindness, right? They're just known for
Well,
kindness. And I think that resonates a lot with Hallmark. That's probably why they absolutely love you. Tell us about your experience
oh,
there. Do you love it? Do you love being part of that
yeah.
brand?
It's such. Thank you for saying that. It's true. It's so I've been doing a lot of different jobs in my life. I've been very, very fortunate to keep busy through the years. I'm at a place now where I'm co-hosting Home and Family on Hallmark Channel, like you alluded to, and I'm doing a lot of movies for them as well. And it is the most authentic fit for me work-wise of my entire career. Like, I just love everybody there. I love the energy. I love what we produce. I love the messages that we put out. And I'm so grateful to be there and to be in an environment where I can be me and I can bring my family on. I can bring my kids on to cook with me and my wife on. And I literally was just shooting a segment for Home and Family from Home
Oh,
right
you
now,
were? Can you give us the
where we
scoop?
were making. Was
I
that?
said, yeah, give us the scoop. What were you making?
Yeah, well, we made rose perfume for my wife using the roses that we have in our garden with my daughter. So we made DIY rose perfume. It takes about a week to actually do it, but she's part of it, and I love to bring my kids. My son Lucas and I made lettuce wrap tacos the other day, and this is the kind of stuff that I get to do for work. The show's called Home and Family,
Right.
and I'm at home with my family, so it's like perfect.
Yeah, it's got to be the best gig ever.
Yeah.
One of the other fun things, though, that you got to do is like Dancing with the Stars, right?
Yes. Yes. Nice moves. You should do that. You should be on that show. That it was a crazy experience. I'm like not a dancer, and but I'm an athlete. I've always
Right.
been in sports and stuff. So I figured I could figure it out, and it was the best, but hardest thing I've ever done. Easily. Yeah, I was shooting All My Children on the East Coast at the time, doing 6 episodes, so working sort of 6 days worth of stuff in 3 days, and then the other 2 days a week I was flying back and forth to LA, shooting Dancing with the Stars and learning how to dance. And if I can get through that, I feel like I can do just about anything in my life. So it was a really amazing experience, but so hard.
Intense, very intense.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Through all of this, recently, do you mind if we talk about the health scare?
Oh,
Okay,
I don't
let's
mind
talk
at
about that
all.
because a lot of my audience at home, sometimes they feel so alone and they might be going through a challenge. And I shared with you that my husband, Tom, had passed away from colon cancer when he was 42.
Yeah, I'm so sorry to hear that.
Thank you so much. Let's talk about that, and let's talk about how people have embraced you and how you're moving forward.
Yeah, 2019, last year around August, I was diagnosed just by a complete fluke. I'm a big health advocate, and I'm always very in tune with how I feel and what's been going on. And there's been sort of indications that something just wasn't right. I do blood tests. I really check out my health, and I noticed things weren't right. So I got this MRI. I insist upon getting an MRI for my gut. I thought there was something wrong with my gut, stomach, or maybe small intestines. And turns out that through that MRI that I insisted upon, I found a tumor on my kidney. I had kidney cancer, renal cell carcinoma. We caught it at a point before it had spread, even though it likely had been there for many years, like probably 8, 10, 12 years. We're not sure. But we got real lucky. I had the surgery in September, and I'm cancer free now, and I'm feeling like I'm getting my strength back and my energy back now. It's been a while, like I say, September. So it takes a long time, but very, very grateful. And really, like you said, people have given me so much support in this. I just sort of posted. I was going to obviously talk about it on Home and Family because that's what we do on the show. We're very open and we talk about what we're going through. And I wanted to make sure I did it on social media as well, so it wasn't confusing. Like I'm talking about one thing on the show and then I'm ignoring it on my social media. So I just did an honest and open post, and it got really kind of picked up. And it was very. I always make a joke saying it must have been a slow news day because a lot of people kind of picked it up and started commenting on it. But really, I think the point is that I'm this, a really healthy guy, and I work out and I eat incredibly carefully, and I'm really aware of how I feel in my own health. And so I was trying to put out the message to be your best advocate for your own health.
Yes.
No matter what you do, no matter how you live, your lifestyle, we're all susceptible to this disease. I know you have had a few encounters in your life with people that you love and people that are close to you. So that was what I ended up wanting to kind of put the message out there. And I was grateful that people were interested and wanted to hear it, and so much support and so much love.
And you're right. A lot of times people are afraid to go to the doctor, or they're just afraid to take those steps of self-care, and being your own best friend and your own healthcare advocate, there's nothing finer. So
that's exactly right. I couldn't have said it better.
And hopefully someday, I don't know, maybe we could be casting something together. I think that would be a lot of fun. You have great.
Let's do it. Let's produce it.
Let's do it. You have great energy, a great heart. We wish you all the best and continued success for you. And I thank you for joining me today on my set from your home set. So continued love and journeys. I'm sending you a heart. Can you see me?
Okay, yeah, heart right back at you, Donna.
And maybe
you do great stuff.
Oh, thank you. Even a crowd for Hallmark.
Positivity in the world. Oh,
I did when I was a little girl. I got to go and get a bow from Hallmark, and I still hang it on my tree.
Really?
Yeah,
That's
it's a little tiny blue bow, and when you would go through the tour, they would sometimes give you like this little tiny bow. It's been hanging on my tree for years and years and years and years. So go Hallmark and go Cameron. Be well.
Okay, thank you, Donna. Thanks for having me.
Okay.
That's beautiful.
Bye-bye.
See you soon. Okay.